Damn, man. Damn. Just for a minute, they had me believing, man. Just for a moment, they had me believing. But you know what, though? Real talk, though, as a Barcelona fan, even though we bow out of the Copa del Rey as Barcelona lose on aggregate 3-4, we won the game 3-0. And though we're out the Copa del Rey, I will say that the way that Barcelona played today, if you're a fan, only thing you can do is clap your players off the pitch for that performance today. We always knew it was going to be a tall task coming back down from 4 goals. And the fact that we gave up 4 goals in one half and didn't concede another goal for the next 3 halves, it just frustrates me even more of that first half performance in the first leg of the semifinal of the Copa del Rey. But nonetheless, you know, we shaped up and defended better in the second half of that first leg. And then in the second leg, defensively, we were rock solid. Yes, of course, they had a few moments. Lookman probably should have scored. Griezmann hit the post. He was offside on that. But Griezmann, before that, had a 1v1. He shoots it straight at Joan Garcia. And then in the second half, Sorloth had an opportunity where he's 1v1. But we always knew that they were going to have some type of opportunity created. And though they did create that, they didn't score, which is the perfect recipe for a team that's trying to come back. And the fact that we got 2 goals in the first half, I always was saying, if we're going to pull off this comeback, we need to have 2 goals in the first half minimum, and we need to keep a clean sheet. And the 1-2 that Fernan was willing to, well, now actually it wasn't a 1-2 because Lamine played it into Fernan Torres, and off the first touch, Fernan was playing the through ball in for Pedri, who gets clipped by Pubil, and they called a penalty, and Rafinha scores that opportunity to make it 2-0. And at that moment, I'm thinking, you know what, going into the game, I really wasn't too sure on how I felt on us coming back. But seeing us get 2 goals, kept a clean sheet going in the half, I started to believe. And in the second half, you know, the first 10 or 15 minutes, we really didn't get anything going. That third goal came, if I'm not mistaken, when did that third goal come? That came in the 72nd minute. Beautiful through ball in from João Cancelo. Marc Bernal, watching it live, it looked like he was offside. When they showed the replay, it looked like he was offside. But when they showed the VAR image, he was barely being kept onside by the defender's heel. And so therefore that goal stood. And we had a few more opportunities in that, man, in the second half, but unfortunately we weren't able to unlock Atletico Madrid's defense once we got that third goal. I ain't gonna lie, I did think it was a bit soon for Ronald Araujo to be coming on in the 71st minute and playing striker for basically 20 plus minutes. Because when he got subbed on, I didn't see him back defending as a center back once. Somebody let me know if I missed out on that. But Ronald Araujo, when he got subbed into the game, he immediately was playing striker. And it killed me because in the first half, we were playing a lot of sideways passes, getting the ball out wide, and then we'll be crossing the ball in. And I'm like, we don't have a target player for that. We don't even have Lewandowski in for that. The way we got our second goal by playing it into Ferran, who was able to play it first time to Pedri's run, that's how we should have been playing with Ferran on the pitch. But we playing crosses into the box. Then when Ronald Araujo comes into the game, the crosses, first of all, we didn't even really get that many air crosses in there. Several of our crosses into the box were low crosses, which didn't make any sense to me when we have Ronald Araujo in there. But then when we were trying to cross it in the air, we're not beating the first man, or it's way too much and it's out of play, or somebody got to barely keep it in. So we didn't even utilize Ronald Araujo at the striker position for more than 20 minutes. I thought it was a bit soon. I get it. We had to sub him in because Balde got injured. But I thought he could have came in as a center back and still did what we did. Maybe put Rashford at the 10. At the striker position. But as soon as he came on, I seen Fermin getting subbed off for Danny Olmo. Danny Olmo was up front in the middle. Rashford was down left. I'm still seeing Rafinha. He's kind of floating around the middle on the right-hand side. And then you got Lamine Yamal out right. So I'm like, who is going to occupy that striker position? And then after just a few minutes, you seeing that it's Ronald Araujo. So we didn't even really get a chance to utilize that. We got lucky when we had him play against, Girona at home. When we won 2-1, he was playing at the striker position, and he got the winning goal. And ever since we really put him back at that striker position, it hasn't really worked out for us after that. But I can't really complain, man. If anything, I come out of this game, I'm a bit upset as far as the injuries go. We already have an injury now with Frankie de Jong and Lewandowski. But now we got an injury with Koundé, who got subbed out early in the game. And Balde comes in for Koundé, but then Balde had to get subbed off. So now we're down our starting right back and our rotational left back. So now our left back and Cancelo probably have to be out right, and Gerard Martin may have to start at left back, or we leave João Cancelo at left back and then we put in Eric Garcia at right back with Pau Guvarsi and Gerard Martin as the center back pairing. He's going to have some options, but it's unfortunate that we lost two players trying to come back. They said that Pedri was going to be on a minute restriction, but because of how close we got in coming back, he ended up playing the whole 90 minutes. I thought he killed it. I thought he killed it, in my honest opinion. Lamine Yamal creating everything. He created the first goal by faking out Lookman and another defender. And he played a low cross into Marc Bernal, who was able to finish it. Marc Bernal at the end of two crosses. What a goal scorer we have as a midfielder as well. So special talent, special players, and the players that we want to see the most out of: Kubarsi, Bernal, Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Rafinha. They stepped up today, man. And you know, like I said, with this, you're not gonna see me be negative in this match review because of the fact that it was always a big mountain to climb. Trying to come back from 4-0. But the fact that we went out and we played a hell of a game today, winning the game 3-0, and could have scored more, probably should have scored more. But we just fall short. And it just shows that, you know, you can't give up 4 goals and expect to come back. I am proud of the players' effort and the mentality for always believing and being this close to pulling it off. But yeah, man, it was always going to be very difficult coming back from being down 4-0. Atletico, Griezmann was one of the better players as an outfielder. I would say that. Link-up play was there. Probably should have had a goal. Very close to a 2 in my opinion. But like I said, his link-up play was there. It was a few times he's tackling the ball, winning the ball back, making the runs, trying to find the passes. He was everything for them going forward. Really, just all around, he was really everything for them. I thought he had a pretty good game in Griezmann. And then Juan Musso. This is my introduction to him. Obviously, he's Atletico's backup goalkeeper, as Jan Oblak is their starting goalkeeper. But in that second half, especially, he was making some very, very important saves for Atletico Madrid. He's a big player, quick on his feet, very reactionary. And if you got an athletic, tall goalkeeper who's very quick in his reactions, I can see why Atletico Madrid made that move to go and get him. I'm pretty surprised with him playing like how he played that he's signing. Yes, Atletico's a big club, but you basically are signing up to be a backup. And the way he performed today, he could be somebody's starter. But, you know, credit to Atletico for being able to find a player like that and have them as their backup goalkeeper, because I thought Juan Musso had a really good game today. In regards to Barcelona, like I said, everybody out there put in an effort. As far as Ferran Torres, I'm going to say this before I get out of here. How we scored that second goal is how we should be playing with Ferran up front. Our wingers need to be cutting in and playing 1-2s off of Ferran Torres. And on the occasion, if Ferran is making a run, if the space is there, we can play that ball. But that doesn't really work. Crosses into the box for Ferran doesn't really work. And relying on him to get behind the line, playing the through ball, is not really all that consistent. I feel like it worked more last season, not so much this season. But how we got that second goal, the link-up play, I think that's how we need to be playing when Ferran is on the pitch, because he's a completely different striker than Ronald Araujo. I mean, I say Ronald Araujo, I mean, he was at the striker position, but I'm thinking of Lewandowski. He's a completely different striker than Lewandowski, who can be a target man. That's not so much the case for Ferran. Or when you put a Ronald Araujo at the striker, you want to have more wingers cutting in and playing 1-2s off him, or he keeps it, fakes a 1-2, turn around and makes a decision. I think we should be utilizing him like that, and maybe hopefully today's game kind of shows that we should be doing that with him moving forward. But outside of him, and I'm not going to really blame him for today's performance, outside of him though, as far as his low match rating, I really did think everybody out there had a really good game. Everybody were taking the opportunities. I mean, I wish I did see more from Fermin Lopez, I won't lie in that aspect, but he was pressing. Him and Rafinha, you know, because Rafinha didn't have the best of games, if you ask me. A few times he made the wrong decision in shooting. A few times he lazily gave the ball away, but he stepped up as our captain and scored a penalty, so all good in my book. And same for Lamine Yamal and Marc Bernal and everybody else out there, man. Everybody, I felt they put in the effort that was good enough to have the comeback completed. Just didn't get that fourth goal, which is unlucky. But like I said, as a Barcelona fan, they made me proud today. So you won't see me coming out here being negative, ranting and raving and cussing out the players. That's not going to happen. Like I said, man, on the day, if you take the game in this individual performance, we won 3-0 against a very quality opponent in Atletico. We just, for some reason, didn't decide to show up when we had to go to the Metropolitano. Is that the Wanda, whatever the hell their stadium name is? We just didn't show up in that first half. So, and it costed us overall in the tie. But you know what? It's the Copa del Rey, man. Like, we won it last year. I would have liked to win it again, but it's not the end of the world. I'd much rather run back La Liga if I had to pick between the two. And now that's one less competition we got to worry about. Granted, it was the final round coming up, so it's not like we had a shit more games to go. And to be this close, it does hurt to be eliminated, but it is the Copa del Rey. So we won it last year. You can't win it every year. We got priorities right now in La Liga, which we have a 4-point lead, and then we got the easier side of the bracket of the Champions League, which now we can prioritize. So if you watch this, if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and comment down below what you guys thought about the game and the players' effort. And do you come out of this game proud of the team, or are you still disappointed because we didn't go through? Let me know your thoughts, man. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and like the video, man. We on our way to 300. We almost at 230, I believe. So I appreciate all the support that y'all been showing. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here and catch y'all on the next one. Until then, Two Tone is out. Peace.